travel, and this is where we show you how to have fun and exciting family-friendly adventures. And so this is a live video. Some of you are going to be watching this on replay, but ultimately people will be popping in here. But I'm just going to go ahead and kick it off for the sake of all you replay folks, which is actually going to be the majority. But I'm going to talk about living in Branson, Missouri. This is a tourism, just an epicenter of the nation, and it's an amazing place to live. We absolutely love living here. And man, right now I got to tell you, it is beautiful out. I mean, it's incredible. I bet it's like 75 degrees, if that, maybe a little cooler. And I mean, there's not an ounce of wind. It's beautiful out right now. This is awesome. And so yeah, I'm going to go over, I think I've got about 10 different points I'm going to hit on here regarding living in Branson. We've got another video out there. You can check it out. What it's like to live in a tourist town like Branson, Missouri, or Myrtle Beach, or Pigeon Forge, and you can check that out. We recorded that actually quite a while ago, but it's one of our more popular videos, so you can check that out. But I'm going to just kick into this. First of all, I want to go over a little bit of the history, what even brought us here to Branson, Missouri, and we have to go way back. We're going to have to go all the way back to when I was a little kid. And my parents and I, and my brother, we lived in Chicago, and we would often travel to the Ozarks, and we would camp, and we would have a blast here and have so much fun. Well, my parents fell in love with it, and when I was 13 years old, we moved here, and we actually moved to Omaha, Arkansas, which is just over the state line. So Branson is pretty much on the state line, just a little bit north. And Omaha, Arkansas, a town of 191 people. So I moved from Chicago, Illinois, to a country town of 191 people. You talk about culture shock. It was crazy. It was strange, and I was in another world. But it was kind of cool because my parents bought my brother and me motorcycles, and the laws back then in Arkansas, you didn't have to be a certain age. You could ride your bike anywhere, on any road, on any highway. And so we did. We rode all over the place, and it was phenomenal. Well, so long story short, I graduate high school, end up moving away, getting married, and man, we lived in San Diego and Dallas, Texas, and we were in Cleveland, Tennessee. Where else? Detroit, Colorado, and ultimately we moved back here to Branson. And we were so excited when we were able to do that because, again, this is an amazing place to live. So let's kick right into why living in Branson, Missouri is just absolutely amazing. And I highly recommend it to everybody. Of course, if you've never visited here, you've just got to get out here. Spend a week or 2 or 3 if you can, and there's so much to do. But let's see. Number one. It's really, really family friendly. Great place. I mean, probably the perfect place to raise your family. And there's just not a lot of inappropriate stuff in town, and in terms of family style stuff. And it's just a wonderful place. It's healthy, and kids love it here. And the adult entertainment, you're just not really going to find it here that much. And so we love the fact that it's very, very family friendly. It's just a wholesome place to live, and you just cannot go wrong regarding that. Next, number 2, the schools. And different people are going to have different opinions, but Branson schools are amazing. And there's other school districts around in Hollister, and I hear great things about them as well. But my kids have all been in the Branson school system, and Skylar and Parker, they both graduated from Branson, which is where I graduated from, and really amazing school systems. A lot of people out there are homeschooling nowadays, or thinking about maybe putting their kids in private schools. And here in Branson, we're just absolutely thrilled and very happy with the Branson school systems. They're solid. I mean, really great. So, Jet and Ella and Eva, all 3 of them go to school in Branson, and so thumbs up for sure. Next, what do we got? We've got number Number three, I'm losing it. Number three, the prices. And, you know, my wife would be the one that is a little more, you know, schooled on this point, because she does so much of the buying and all of that kind of stuff. But it's a great, it's an inexpensive place to live. You know, you can buy a nice house, you know, for 150,000, 200,000, 250, right in there. Groceries don't seem to be too bad at all, and so it's not an expensive place to live. And so the cost of living is good. It's as good as any place that we've ever been. And, you know, you compare it to some place like San Diego, there is no comparison. You know, a place like even Colorado Springs, no comparison at all. And so you get a lot more for your money here in Branson than you do in most places. Let's see, number 4. This is my favorite one. This is probably my favorite one. It is so much fun. You know, and for those of you watching our TPF videos, you see how much fun we have, and we're having fun all the time. And we're big believers in having fun, in doing you know, as much as you can as a couple and as a family, and always doing things, you know. And so being a tourist area, it's endless. I mean, absolutely endless, the fun that you can have, you know. And I think about places that I've lived, you know, Dallas or Detroit or really anywhere, and you're kind of sort of limited to the kind of fun that you know is standard and typical. Like, you go to the movies, walk around the mall. You know, if there's, you know, Colorado, you might go hiking a little bit. Sporting event, you might go to the ball game. And so it's, you know, pretty limited. You might try to find a family entertainment center and play some mini golf or go-karts or whatever. But, man, living in a tourist town is so stinking cool. Because, you know, we have season passes to Silver Dollar City, which is one of the premier theme parks in all the nation. It's the best of the best of the best. And by the way, theme park tickets, Silver Dollar City tickets, season tickets, very inexpensive. I think, I don't know the exact price, but it's cheaper than 2 regular day tickets. And so Silver Dollar City is great. So you've got what else? You've got so much. There's a new aquarium coming into town, and Ripley's Believe It or Not, and you do have the go-kart tracks and mini golf and caves that you can go in, and the lakes and water skiing and tubing and swimming, and Shepherd of the Hills, which is so much fun. And you got all these different shows that you can go to, and music, and it's just never ending. I mean, it's just incredible. Just all of the fun that you can have here. And I'll jump right to the next one. Number 5 is nature. You know, I'm sitting here on my front porch, and right behind me over here is just all these woods and everything. And we're in a neighborhood here, so it's not like we're out rural or anything. Across the street, there's houses over here. There's houses behind me, but we have this whole lot right here that's all wooded. And there's a little baby deer, like a baby, like brand new, that's still wet, and I mean, like just born, that was in our garage, right over here, in our garage. And just this little itty bitty baby deer. And we carried the deer into the woods because we saw Mama walking around, and left her in the woods, or him, or in the woods. And so we live it in nature. Cassidy, where's the aquarium going to be? It is going to be where the Grand Palace used to be. They're taking over that property. And so right there by the Grand Village, right on the strip, right in the middle of Highway 76, you can't miss it. It's going to be right there, and there's going to be giant octopus tentacles coming out of the ground, and there'll be this big spectacle of an attraction there. And so that's, right on 76.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Tony with Lido Loca from the top deck of the Spectrum of the Seas, and right now we are in the port of Osaka.
Oh, he's floating into, this is one of my YouTube guys that I follow, Lido Loca, and I just lost my screen. Hang on. And I don't know why he just started streaming. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. He's on a cruise ship right now, sailing into Tokyo. And so for whatever reason, that just automatically just popped on. But we Tony, Lido Loca, he's awesome. And so we watched those guys. And what are some of the YouTube channels y'all watch? You know, we watch we watch them. You know, Tim Tracker, I've mentioned him before. Sir Willow, he just did a live stream from Disneyland, and so he was there, or California Adventure. I'm not sure which one. I couldn't tell which one he was at. I just peeked in real quick, but so he was there. So yeah, so we love all these YouTube guys, the cruiser YouTube folks, and then the travel YouTube folks, and then the Disney World YouTube folks. So yeah, we love them all. But yeah, back to nature. And so, man, it's just never ending. You can go, the lakes that we have here. Yeah, EECC, I watched them today a little bit. And Lake Taneycomo is like world class trout fishing. Table Rock Lake, world class bass fishing. Boating, swimming. Scuba if you're into that. So lots of stuff on the lakes. And then everywhere. This is the Ozarks. Trees everywhere, hiking everywhere. And it's just beautiful. It's absolutely incredibly beautiful. And so loads and loads of nature. Next, work. Now this is the tough one. So Branson is a seasonal tourist destination. And, I know when I was growing up, I worked like crazy. When I say growing up, like 18, 19, 20 years old, or right in that zone before I moved away. Or actually even younger than that, probably like 16, 17, 18 years old before moving away. And so I worked at Silver Dollar City. So I would be at Silver Dollar City in the parking lot at 7:30 a.m. I would work in the unbelievable heat in polyester uniform, and standing on the asphalt most every day, 7:30 until I believe it was 4:30 when I would get off. Then I would have an hour, and then I would go to a mini golf course and work from 5:30 usually until midnight to 1 a.m. And then I'd go to sleep and do it all over again. And so you have to work a lot, because of the seasonal nature of where we are. Are there full-time jobs? There are some full-time jobs, but you got to be good. You got to be creative. You got to really go for it, and you can find them. But most of the jobs here they're lower pay, and they are seasonal. So that's something to keep in mind. There are people that drive to Springfield, which is about 40 minutes away. They'll work in Springfield, which of course is a larger city, and lots of work there. And so that's something to keep in mind. Next, a day in the life. And I was thinking about it. This would be a good point. A day in the life. What's it like for me? Now it gets more personal. Everyone's day is different. What's it like for the Burton family living here in Branson, Missouri? Well, we own Escape Code and the Axe Game and Sagas Mysteries. So those are our businesses. And then I also minister. And so that's a part of my life as well. And so what I will very often do is I'll stay up late and I'll wake up late, and very often head off to Starbucks. That's kind of my office, and right downtown Branson, and I'll work. And I'll do a number of things. I will, write articles. I write for Charisma Magazine, and other publications also. So today I was there and I knocked out an article, and I will work on our business. I will work on our marketing. I'll spread the news of, new things that are coming up, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm working on the website, graphic design, all of that. So I'll spend a lot of time there at Starbucks, working. Amy will be home quite a bit, and she does all the finances, and so she knocks all that out. And then, we do whatever, we might head out to Silver Dollar City for the evening, and we might do a TPF video. So that's kind of our life. And so we work, and I write, and I'm writing a new book that's coming up, and I'm going to start that pretty soon. So I've written 10 books so far, and this will be my 11th book. And so I'm going to start that soon there from Starbucks. And so all of that happens, and then we develop our YouTube channel, and we have fun, and we go out, and we'll go to Branson Landing and walk the dog, or we'll, like I said, go out to Silver Dollar City, or we'll go to one of the music shows or whatever, And then oftentimes, especially when the kids are in school, we'll do little day trips, just Amy and me, and we'll record more videos for TPF. And so that's kind of our day in a nutshell. So we're knocking out a lot of things. Of course, if we have to, we're at the business working, but usually we have our staff there. last night. We had a big old staff meeting, and I trained people on how to throw axes, and so that was fun. And so all of this kind of stuff is kind of the day in the life here in Branson. But the cool thing is there's always options. We can always find something fun to do. We can always find something different, because there's just so much entertainment. Next one, I believe this might be number 8, the off season. And by the way, I'll do a little Q&A. There's not a whole bunch of people on here right now, but if you have some Q's, I will try to give you some A's in a second. But off season, there's a lot of off season here. And so even running our business is interesting because Branson is really only, electric like 5 months of the year. The rest of the time, it's slower, if not completely dead. So, for example, January and the first part of February, man, you can just stay home and sleep nonstop that whole time. There is nothing happening in town. Our businesses are closed during the week, only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of businesses close entirely. A lot of the business owners, they will head down to Florida or somewhere else for sometimes even up to 3 months, and they'll be shut down for 3 months and then come on back. And so the off season is tricky. We even tell our staff at Escape Code that you need to prepare for there's really, I think it's 5 weeks where we are only open weekends. We tell them there's not going to be a lot of hours. You got to save up. You got to prepare. Christmas time is going to be big, so there'll be more hours. Save your money because it's going to be slim pickings that time, during that time of year. And so, yeah, off season is definitely challenging. The next one, church. And so there's several great churches here in Branson. Different types, and just I wanted to throw that in there that it is like I said, it's family friendly, a great place to raise a family, and that includes schools and it includes church. And so there's some great churches here and a great way to plug in and connect. So I want to encourage you in that for sure. And then the last one is if you do run out of things to do or you get bored or whatever that happens, we're close to several cities. Springfield, which we're there all the time, that's 40 minutes away. And so that's anything that you're going to need is going to be there in Springfield. Or if you want to just really get away, you've got Tulsa, Kansas City, St. Louis, Little Rock. All of those are between 3 and 4 hours away. And then all over the Ozark region, man, you can just drive and just so much, get away for an hour, half an hour, 2 hours. There's so much to do pretty close. And so so living in Branson is phenomenal. I'm sure there's things that I could have hit on that I didn't. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to answer them. But, if not, we'll just end this pretty quick here. But I love it here. Some of you might live close to another tourist destination. It's going to be very different than Branson, but, Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, similar. Myrtle Beach, different, but in some ways similar. I think living in Orlando, as much as I would love to do that, I think maybe I wouldn't love to do that unless it was the perfect situation. But living somewhere like that, but living in a tourist area is really super cool, super fun. I'm surprised that more people don't do it. If you are not locked down in the city that you're in, man, become an adventurer. Pull those kids out of school, sell the house, quit the job, get another job first, quit the job, and and move to one of these super fun places to live. You absolutely will not regret it. Let's see here. I've got Zamora Outdoors. What do you think the next big thing to come to Branson will be? The next big thing that's not already in the works, I don't know. The next things that are in the works, Wonderworks, since I said works, Wonderworks is coming. That's being built right now. The aquarium is coming. That's being built right now. I think both of those are going to be here in 2020. So those are on the way. There's a smaller indoor water park that has been under construction for a long time. In fact, the actual construction hasn't begun. They've been working on the ground, the foundation and all that. So that's coming. you know, other than that, I haven't heard of anything like super big. I'm sure, you know, Branson's always developing and it's always changing. And it's a, you know, there's a lot, there is a lot of new entertainment that is not based on the shows. You know, Branson was built on really the shows. The big boom came because of all the country music shows. And it's tends to be an older demographic that, you know, of course, back in the day, you know, they were younger and now they're older. And so the idea is, what can we do to get a little bit younger? So there is cool stuff. I mean, there's zip lines, and we just did the snowflakes. We recorded the video. I haven't produced it yet, edited it, but we did that. The snowflakes, this, you know, year-round tubing is here, and all of that kind of stuff. You love our videos. Thank you very much. And yes, are you in the area? Do you live around here, or? Yeah, I'd love for you to come on out to one of our businesses tomorrow. Sagas right now is just once a week. We're going to increase that next summer, but once a week. And I play Commander Montgomery, and so I am a SWAT commander, and I got my SWAT vest, like a legit SWAT vest. It's super cool, and so I'm kind of leading the night. And then my wife Amy, you've got to see her. She's creepy, and her name's Mildred. She doesn't talk. And so that's tomorrow. So you would love Sagas for sure, or Escape Code, or the Axe Game. Any of them, they're all crazy fun, highly rated. And Jonesboro, okay, yeah, very cool. So you know what I'm talking about. There's places to drive all over this region. Oh, you come once a month? Well, that's cool. Well, yeah, definitely come on out for sure. Would love to have you. But yeah, there's a ton. I'm just looking over here. I was wondering if my wife had made it home yet, but she is at Home Depot, and she's working on our little goofy front yard thing here and putting rocks down and trying to. It's kind of ugly right now. Trying to make it pretty. You'd like to start an outdoor channel? Yeah. So that's cool. I think that's a great idea. I would. If you haven't already watched the video that we did recently on starting a family travel vlog, in the advice in there is that's for anybody. It's not just a family travel vlog, but yeah, it takes work, it takes dedication, it takes consistency. You know, you really need to be uploading a lot in order for it to work. I heard some stats yesterday or the other day. I'm gonna butcher these numbers, but they said between like 100 and 150 videos, uploaded videos, you're gonna have between 1,000 and 10,000 subscribers, and then you're gonna get up into, like, I think they said like 450 videos, and then you can get up into the 100,000 subscriber zone, and then it goes. I mean, obviously it goes up from there, but it's a lot of work. So we've been doing this for 1 year, just a little over a year. And I think we have 120-ish, I can't remember, videos. And so it's a lot of work, ton of work. We have a blast doing it. It's so much fun. But you've got to be consistent. You've got to upload at least once a week. I mean, there's no exception to that. You have to do that. And if you can upload 2 or 3 times a week, that's even better. And that's what I'm trying to get a little bit better with that. These live videos make it easier because I don't have to edit these. Editing takes 3 or 4 hours. But in December, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do a daily video through December. And it is my wife. She's right there, and she just got home. Maybe I'll convince her to come say hi. No promises. She might be going in the other door. But yeah. So I just forgot what I was saying. I was talking about uploads. What was I talking about? I just totally forgot. I spaced it. My beautiful wife shows up, and my mind just goes. Psh. Yeah. So yeah. In December, I'm gonna try to do it once a day. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, the boss is home. I'm going to try to do. Most of them are going to be live, if not all of them, through December. And so what you need to do is shoot me ideas on things that you would like me to cover. Like, this was one of the ideas that someone shared with me. Hey, everybody is saying hi to you, Amy. They're saying the boss is home. Yeah, because I got distracted when you pulled up, and I said my beautiful wife showed up, and I just lost my train of thought. They want to say hi to you. Oh, you got to show them your T-shirt. She's representing today. We've got 9 people watching. So here she comes. There's Amy, and Cassidy says hi.
Hi, everybody.
So how do you like our T-shirt right there? That's Amy and me, and it says TPF.
Sorry.
Hey, would you guys buy one of these? I'm not asking you to buy one because they're not for sale right now. We're wondering, should we make these available for sale?
We just had our screen printer here in town print them up for us just for our personal use, but we're wondering if anybody would be interested if we ever decided to have them available.
Yeah, turn around. So on the back, you got to turn around more. So it says TPF right there. And we're thinking, who in the world would want to have our faces on their shirt? That's what I'm thinking. But maybe. Someone asked, right?
I think they're cute.
I think they are. I think they're... Oh, Zamora, they would buy one, Amy.
Awesome.
This is how we're going to get rich. Woo!
Yep. All right. What's your topic?
My topic is living in Branson. And you know, so
That's what we do.
That's what we do. And kind of my list, I dealt with, you know, the prices, the schools. It's fun. Talk about nature. Working here is interesting. Talked about day in the life, our life. You know, what it's like off season. There's good churches here. Close to cities if we want to drive, day trips and things like that. Do you have anything that that you want to say? Do you like living in Branson compared to all of our other crazy places?
I actually love living in Branson. We have lived a lot of places, and I always tell John that I can't think of any place I would rather live right now. Now that might change in the future because we do like adventure and we like to change it up a lot. But as of right now, I can't think of another place I would rather live. So.
Yeah, and we've lived here in this house longer than we've ever lived in any house.
Yeah, 4.5 years. That's the longest we've ever lived in a home. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, bye, guys.
So I was telling them about your garden or your. Should we show them?
No.
Oh, I shouldn't. It's a mess. Are you sure? Do you guys want to see it? You want to see?
It's a mess. I'm actually turning my garden into more lawn.
It's a work.
It would be less.
It's a work in progress. Whoops. And so this looks so much better than it did before.
Which is hard to believe, but all this overgrowth, I decided I'm tired of trying to maintain a garden, so I'm just growing lawn here. And so I just seeded it.
So all of this is going to be grass.
Yeah.
And then she put all these rocks all the way around because you don't want to have grass right up to the house.
We don't want to go grass right up to the edge. That would be a pain with, weed eating and stuff. So I have a little grass edge, and I don't know.
And that's a rose bush right there.
Yes. So
and there's one over here.
See. It's better than it was, but I do not have a green thumb, and gardens definitely are not my thing. So we all have our strengths and weaknesses. This is not my strength.
Ruth Todd says, "Sit down and join us, Amy. Look she's got all her groceries and."
Yeah, I actually have ice cream.
Oh.
So I better go put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it was great talking to you guys. I'll see y'all later.
So, hey, if you guys have questions, I am totally on board to stay on and chat with you guys. If not, then let me flip. There we go. Oh, hang on. This is not a gimbal, so I'm kind of. There we go. All right, let's see. I'll be up to fish. Oh, Lily's Landing. Yeah, that's real close to here on Lake Taneycomo. Over Christmas, will they be open? I have no idea. I do remember, let's see, Cooper Creek is out there also. I think that's what it's called. And off season, we drove through there and they were not open. Not Lily's, but the other one, they weren't open. So I wouldn't bet on it, but who knows? But Christmas, maybe. After Christmas, maybe not, but it is super busy in Branson during the Christmas holiday. So maybe, yeah, I think they might be, but you just got to look it up. What kind of ice cream? I have no idea. I'm not eating ice cream. I'm trying to be good. So I go on my cruises. I've got the perfect cruise diet. So on my first cruise, I lost 6 pounds. Went on the cruise and gained 6 pounds. Second cruise, the one we just went on, lost a few pounds, gained 8 pounds. But then I've lost 9 pounds. And then my next cruise is coming up in less than 4 weeks. So I've got to lose more so I can gain more then. Let's see. When will our business be open? I got you. Oh, okay. So through January, I think it's 6th, we're open nonstop almost, morning to night. So 7 days a week. So I think we open like at 10 a.m. and we'll close at 11 p.m. kind of a thing, because that's a really busy season for us. I'm talking about Escape Code and the Axe game. And you got your reservations with who? I got it with Lily's Landing. You got reservations. Okay, awesome. And then Sagas will be going too, mostly on Saturday nights. So that's kind of the plan for us through, I think it's January 6th. And then all of a sudden, Ghost Town, and everything shuts down in Branson. Gain 9 pounds on your first cruise. I know, it's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy. You get on, because I told myself this last cruise, I knew I wouldn't be perfectly good, but I said, I'm going to be better. I'm not going to go. First day of this last cruise, how many pieces of, Amy's in the garden over here, how many pieces of cake at one sitting did I have?
A few.
3 at least. Of like cake, not including just my meal. And I'm just eating and eating and eating. Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculously good, and it's impossible not to lose weight. And so, yeah, it's a challenge. You're attempting to eliminate meat in your house except for what you can catch from the river or and the lakes, or hunt. Hey, Amy, we should do that. Only eat what we catch or shoot.
I don't know that I've ever caught or shot anything.
She's never caught or shot anything. I don't think that would work for our family at all. We're actually kind of city people, aren't we? And city-ish, not like downtown city. We're suburbanites. And so...
but I am very impressed by people who can do that.
Yeah, she's impressed by people who can do that. They're thinking about starting an outdoor YouTube channel, AIM, and they were kind of asking for advice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they're going to be here over Christmas, and they might come visit us at Escape Code and all of that.
Awesome.
Caramelized cheesecake on Sea Day. Oh, Sea Day is the worst for eating. What else are you going to do? There's nothing else to be done. You just eat. And then when we were in Nassau, we did the food tour, which was incredible. That was so good. So I think everything is food. If you saw our last video from Catalina Island, I mean the ice cream that I had, I ate every ounce of that thing. So yeah, you just have to. You just got to do it, and then you basically starve yourself the rest of your life. Is kind of how it works. So I'm doing kind of keto. I don't know, and I'm not super strict. I'm pretty strict, but I'm not like. There might be some carbs sneaking in there somewhere, but I eat a little bit of cheese and meat and that kind of stuff. And hey, Amy, did you get a hanging thing over here? What is this?
It's hanging succulents.
Amy bought hanging succulents. She's getting all into this. And then there's Ella way over there. My wife says, due to my limited hunting abilities, we will likely not eat much meat once the fishing season ends. But you got to get better. If you're going to start an outdoor channel, man, you got to rock it. You got to make it happen. The only thing I've ever killed other than fishing was a little tiny bird that I shot with a BB gun when we lived in Omaha, Arkansas. And I felt sad because the BB gun didn't actually kill it all the way, just most of the way.
That's when you were a child.
That's when I was a child, doing childish things. Although Amy said just today that men forever act like they're 13 years old. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do y'all live? Like in terms of like, what cities are you from? I got Jonesboro there. What other places are representing out there right now? It's always asking questions and waiting for responses is kind of a futile exercise.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are starting to come out a little bit. But it's beautiful, isn't it, Amy? It's like the most epic weather of the whole season today.
It's like 76.
Cassidy is from Nebraska. Nebraska Furniture Mart. We love that. Yeah, the weather today, cold front dropped everything down a little bit. So it's like, I bet it's like 70 degrees right now, 73, 72, something like that. And just no wind. It's just nice and calm, just beautiful. Oh, Cassidy, come to Branson annually. Definitely come out and see us if you get a chance. We would love that for sure at one of our businesses. Oh, I got a message that my internet connection is unstable. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, you've been there? Where? Or when? I mean, or which business? And yeah, we opened Escape Code 4 years ago, almost 4, right on October 31st is when we opened. You found a mentor that works for the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Really? Who's willing to help me become a better hunter? Well, that's so cool. Salem, Oregon. I don't think I've ever been to Oregon. I don't think I have. No. I flew in somewhere over there. Maybe Portland. Maybe I flew into Portland, maybe. At night and drove to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Cassidy says no to Nebraska Furniture Mart. Why? We love it whenever we go up to Kansas City, or not whenever. Sometimes when we go up to Kansas City, we love visiting there. You worked with a gentleman from Omaha, Arkansas, really? It's a tiny little town, man. There are people that live in that town that never leave that town. I mean, they sit out in the porch in their overalls, and that's their life. That's it. Nothing else. They'll hunt something, though. They can teach you how to hunt. I know that. You got those coon dogs. But we're more civilized 10 miles north here in Branson. How's that working out for you over there, Amy?
I don't know. I'm experimenting, and I need a hammer.
You need a hammer? For succulents? I don't think that's how you do gardening.
No. to hammer this hook into the ground.
Oh. She's got to hammer the stand, the hook, the holder, whatever. What's it called?
A shepherd's hook.
A shepherd's hook. So, I hope we're entertaining you all. I don't dance or juggle. We just talk about travel and succulents and gardening and living in Branson, Missouri. We'll have to do a live video. Whoa, she's hammering. I heard that.
I've never seen Mom hammer.
Ella says, I've never seen Mom hammer before. Well, that's better than I've never seen Mom hammered before. That's better. But we'll do a live video. We did a live video from the cruise last time. And if our internet's good enough, we'll do it again. I think Royal Caribbean's internet's better than Carnival is my guess. We consider Branson to be the country life. Yeah, it is. But we're suburbanites. We could not live. You know, we'll drive around like rural, like middle of nowhere kind of stuff, and we'll see these, you know, these cute little gas stations or these cute little fruit stands or whatever, and we're like, and we see houses, and we're like, where do these people work? I mean, they're like half an hour from anything. What do they do for fun? You know, and we're thinking, there's no way we could ever live like that. You know, I would rather live in Chicago in a high rise. I would love to do that. Amy, not so much. She doesn't like the urban life. You've definitely considered moving here. It's a career thing. Yeah, that's usually the case. You work for a shampoo company. Nearest site to Branson would be Jefferson City, and that's not close. I mean, it's closer, of course, but well, I don't know. Is it any closer than where you are now? Jefferson City is, I think it's about 3 hours. I think there's a penitentiary there that we're going to go to at some point and take a tour. Ella's over here. She said yes. We'll probably do it when you're in school. But how's it going? Oh, it's working out over there, Aim?
I don't know. I can't really hammer it because when I do, it leaves marks.
Leaves marks where?
On this shepherd's foot.
Well, you have to hammer that horizontal piece.
Look.
At the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm hammering. Am I supposed to make this go all the way into the ground?
Yes, it has to. That's what keeps it from tipping. It has to go all the way. Well, guys, we've been at this for about 40 minutes, and it's been 40 minutes of fun. And unless you have any more questions real quick or comments or thoughts, how about I give a 10-second countdown? And if you can get me before 10 seconds, we'll keep going. 10, 9, count with me, Ella. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, we got one. Maybe, maybe an hour closer. Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe not that worth it. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No. Okay.
All right, I do believe that is the end of our live stream. And thank you for joining us on the adventures of John and Amy and Ella. Do you want to come in and wave real quick, Ella?
Hi.
Ah!
I didn't almost just fall.
And so let's see, what videos do I have coming up, Amy? We've got our Disneyland videos I got to edit. We've got
We have the snowflake.
the Snowflex here in Branson I got to edit.
Me taking over the YouTube channel.
I have a full ride through of the flooded mine, no commentary with a low light lens on my camera, so I got that coming. And I think that might be all of the scheduled ones. All right, Zamora Outdoors, good chatting with you. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. Blessings to you all. Hey, Amy, come over here and do your safe travels thing. You got to do it. I can't do it. You're the only one sanctioned. We're saying goodbye to everybody.
Safe travels, everyone.
Bye.